Good morning. It's Sunday morning at 10:15 a.m. and it's go time for Pekin 10U AA Dragons hockey. That's right. Your Pekin 10U AA Dragons are in Decatur, coming to you from the Decatur Civic Center in Decatur, Illinois, for a friendly exhibition scrimmage matchup against the Decatur Flames. Sunday morning special. Dragons are warming up. We'll rip through the roster real quick so you remember who everybody is. In alphabetical order, number 19, Grayson Blevins. Number 5, Sterling Burks. Number 11, Easton Cook. Number 7, Braxton Quartz. Number 6, Duncan Hill. Number 48, Adelina Johnson. Number 16, Kian Ledbetter. Number 25, Jackson McCoy. Number 33, Jet Nafziger. Number 77, Houston Richardson. Noah Viviano. Number 12, not rostered today, is number 29, Nash Moldenauer. Pekin 10U AA Dragons coaching staff consists of head coach Neil Viviano, assistant coach Chip Hill. On the bench we have Mr. Ryan Blevins. Don't see anybody in the penalty box this morning, so somebody will probably figure that out. And Barry Moldenauer, I assume, is home with Nash for today's game. Pekin 10U AA Dragons finished out their seed round for the CSDHL seeding with a record of 3-3-0. Looks like we're going to be seeding. We were seeding in the middle for the squirt divisions, and it looks like that's where we're going to end up staying. So we'll be playing in one of the white divisions there. Moving into the regular season, which could be, rumor has it, starting as early as next weekend. Not sure of any details yet, but potentially could be playing some games next weekend. And then we also have a tournament in Springfield the weekend of November 5th through the 7th, I believe. Sounds right to me. I'll have to double check that. Anyway, looks like the signal's coming in good. We'll let the Dragons warm up here for just a little bit before we get our scrimmage underway. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm 33's Daddy, and I'm sponsored by Coffee from Home. That's about, what time is it? 3 hours old now, something like that. Still warm, though. I got an insulated cup. Don't worry about me, folks. Yeah, scheduling's been underway this week. I think that it's still in progress. That's why we have some uncertainty on next weekend. But it's like one team has already agreed to come and play us at home for sure. And I think Peoria might have a team in our division as well. So that would get us a home game and an away game in Peoria, which is pretty close to home. So far we're looking pretty good in that realm. Better than expected anyway. So we're happy about that. I guess we'll just wait and see what actually comes. But potentially we could have some home games coming up this regular season. Still working on our sponsorship list. Plan to get that rolling on our game broadcasts here starting next weekend. Just getting some stuff finalized, and then I got to go through and turn everybody into a commercial for the game broadcast there. So it takes a little bit of work there. I need to get the list finalized, and then we'll start announcing our sponsors in our games next weekend, hopefully. Alright, looks like Dragons are picking up their pucks. We'll get our final powwow underway here, and we'll see how we fare against the Decatur Flames. think that the Decatur team, and I might be mistaken about this, I haven't done much homework on them there, but I think they play in the Missouri League. All right, let's go Dragons. Exhibition scrimmage game against the Flames starts now. Braxton Courts at center. Noah Viviano, Duncan Hill on the wings. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Adelina Johnson in net. And we're off. Courts for the face-off. Scrapes it in, tries to scrape it into the Flames zone there. Flames are offside. 11:54 remaining in the first. Still scoreless. Face-off in the neutral zone. Courts for the face-off. Tries to swat it back into the Flames zone there. Duncan Hill picks it up at center ice. Passes it back to Burks. Passes it. Tries to pass it over to Nafziger. We got a breakaway here. Oh, backhand shot went wide and to the near corner. Courts races over for it on the near side. Shot goes through the crease and over to the far corner. Flames pick it up. No, Viviano strips the puck and Nafziger takes off with it up the far side boards across center ice and all the way down into the Flame zone. Oh, couldn't quite get a handle on it in time. Went a little further past the net. Puck's still loose. Got a whistle in the Flame zone next to the net there. We'll have a face-off in the Flame zone. All right, Blevins at center. Easton Cook and Houston Richardson on the wings. Jackson McCoy and Sterling Burks on defense. Blevins for the face-off. And they'll swat it over to Richardson in the slot there. Try to navigate through some Flames traffic in front of the net, and Flames bring it up the far side. McCoy holds it in, swats it up the far boards there, and the Flames send it all the way back out across the neutral zone, and looks like it should be an icing call, and it is. 10:56 remaining in the first period. Still scoreless, face-off back in the Flames zone. They got a clock right above the clock. So I got to make sure I'm telling you the right times, folks. We don't want anybody getting confused here. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. Same forward lineup. Blevins for the face-off. Ooh, lost track of it there, but Richardson came in, put one on the net, saved Flames, and Flames send it back up the far boards. Over to Jackson McCoy, and Nafziger sends it in offside. 10:44 remaining in the first period. Face off in the neutral zone. Courts at center, Duncan Hill and Kean Ledbetter on the wings. Nafziger and McCoy remaining on defense from the face-off. Puck comes back to McCoy. Ooh, couldn't quite get his stick on it there. Got another fast break. Save. Johnson initially made the save there, and then the rebound landed inside of the goal line. So the Flames are on the board. Dragons down by one. Face off at center ice. Same forward lineup. Nafziger and Burks on defense. And Courts for the face off. Puck comes back to Nafziger, and he'll swat it up the near boards. Looking for, he'll pick it back up. Skates it in deep. Oh, lost the skate there and sent it off the back wall. Courts goes back to intercept. Puck comes up to Burks at the blue line, and he'll send one into some traffic there. Courts sends another shot, save Flames, and they'll cover it in the blue paint. With 10:09 remaining in the first period. Face off in the Flame zone again. Blevins at center, Richardson and Easton Cook on the wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense. Courts for the face-off. Puck goes to the far side boards there, and Blevins comes out with it, sends a shot. Oh, save Flames off of the pad there, and we got a whistle on the play. Looks like a Dragons penalty. Yeah, Cookie's gonna go off there for a minute 30, it looks like. We need a penalty box attendant. Blevins at center. Richardson on the wing. Oh, we're going to do it over here. Burks and McCoy on defense. Blevins for the face-off. And puck goes back to the back wall. McCoy sends it up the near side. Blevins comes back for it. Turns it around. Looking for a stretch pass to Richardson. And here comes Burks. Up the far side. Passes it up to Richardson. Waiting in the neutral zone. And he swats it into the Flame zone. Flames come in from behind and pick it off there. Oh, McCoy held it in. And over to the far boards it goes. Richardson over to Blevins. And got a stick freed up. Goal, Dragon! Blevins goal. 9:25 remaining in the first period, and we're starting over 1 goal apiece. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. Shorthanded goal. Grayson Blevins, by the way. Braxton and Viviano on the forward line there. Courts for the face-off. And Viviano carries it up the far side into the Flame zone. Cuts in at the low slot there and sends it back in front of the net. Nafziger holds it in, sends a shot from the blue line. Save Flames. Courts comes in after it. And yeah! Goal, Dragons! Courts to Viviano. And Dragons up by 1. 9:01 remaining in the first period. Second shorthanded goal. Same lineup. Nope, sorry. Burks is back out on defense. Courts swats it out to the far side in the neutral zone, and he's in a foot race. He's going to carry it in. Sends a shot from the face-off circle. Loose puck. Save Flames, and we'll have another face-off in the Flame zone. 8:46 remaining in the first. Dragons up by 1. 17 seconds remaining on the Easton Cook penalty. And the Dragons penalty kill. Courts at center, Ledbetter on the wing. Courts for the face-off. Back to Burks. He'll paddle it back up to Courts, and Courts will send it to the near corner, deep in the Flame zone. And he'll race back for it, battling with a Flame player. Flames come out with it up the near side. Nafziger holds it in, sends it over to the other board. And Flames are in hot pursuit. Back to Courts, peels it off the wall, sends a goal! Sends a goal in from the sideboard. Dragons up by 2. Braxton Courts goal. Short-handed again, I think. Maybe. We might have been full strength for a second there. And face-off at center ice. Blevins at center. Richardson on the left wing. Easton Cook on the right wing. And Burks and McCoy on defense. Burks sends it across up to Richardson, waiting at center ice, and he'll dump it in deep all the way to the back wall. Flames get there first, send it up the near side boards. Blevins comes back for it, intercepts that pass, and sends a shot through the crease. Ooh, Richardson couldn't get a sniff on it there. And Flames clear it all the way out. Burks is in a foot race for the icing rights, and Flames send one in on net. Save Johnson. 7:49 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 2. Face off in the Dragon zone. Courts at center for the face-off. And Viviano got a stick on it for a second there. Oh, Jackson McCoy battling for it behind the net there, and Jet paddles it up to Viviano, waiting at the blue line. Puck escapes, and here comes Braxton Courts. Cuts over to center ice and all the way down into the Flame zone. Sends a shot, loose puck, and they'll cover in the crease. 7:28 remaining in the first. Dragons up by 2. Face off in the Flames zone in the far face-off circle. Courts at center, Duncan Hill and Noah Viviano on the wing. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. Courts for the face-off. Swats it on net there, and they'll cover it up again. 7:24 remaining in the first. Same lineup. Face-off in the Flame zone. Courts for the face-off, and puck comes back to McCoy. McCoy peels it out to the center there. Tries to get a shot. Went through some traffic, and he'll hold it in to the zone there. The Dragons will battle for it in the neutral zone. Duncan Hill picks it up, carries it over the near side, swats it off the boards there. Flames send it back. Courts feeds it out to Viviano. And, just can't get it through the feet of a Flames player there, but he's going to chase it all the way to the far boards and still battling for it. Yeah, slippery little guy, ain't he? And back to McCoy, dang it. Couldn't hold it in. Nafziger's trying to buy some time in the neutral zone, brings it back over to the near side. Dangles through all of the Flames traffic, and puck got lost over to the far side. Viviano's in hot pursuit, slaps it to the back wall. Flames send it up the far boards, back to McCoy. Paddles it back in up the slot. Looking for Nafziger at the blue line, sends a shot. Oh, just wide of the net, and Duncan Hill races back for it. Feeds it through the crease, loose puck. Oh, Courts was there, Viviano was there. Shots keep coming, and the Flames send it back to the back to Nafziger at the blue line, it looked like. And send it back in deep. Back to McCoy. Over on the far side, skates it up to the top of the circle, sends it through the crease and over to the near corner, and Duncan Hill races it down on the near side. Peels it off the boards, and Flames try to come out with it. Nafziger says, no, you don't. Sends it over to the far boards, looking for Courts. Courts to chase it down, sends it off the Flames player's skate there, it looked like, and Viviano's going to battle for it with 3 Flames players in the far corner. Back to Nafziger, wide open, sends a shot. Oh, just inches from the post, and to the back wall it goes. Sends it back over to Nafziger again. Sends a shot. Was going to go past the other post that time, it looked like, but we got to aim our shots, kids. Got to aim your shots. Face off down in the Flame zone in the near circle. 5:30 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 2. Blevins at center, Ledbetter and Easton Cook on the wings. McCoy and Burks on defense. Blevins for the face-off, advances towards the net. Puck was loose in the crease, and the Flames peel it back out. Right up the near side, looking for Burks at the blue line. Sends a cross-ice pass, offside. And McCoy back to Burks on the near side. Blevins is out, and here come the Dragons. Trying to advance. Back to McCoy, and he's going to race it over the far side. Oh, got picked there, and he's inside the zone. Can't turn it back around. Burks sends it back into the Decatur zone there for a second, and they'll send it all the way down, and that'll be an icing call. 4:56 remaining in the first period. Face off down in the Flame zone. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Ledbetter and Easton Cook on the wing. Blevins for the face-off. Back over to Burks at the blue line. Sends a shot through some traffic. Loose puck. Oh, Blevins will chase it down in the near corner. And, whoop, tried to feed it up to Ledbetter there. And back to Ledbetter. Sends it into the, off of a, wide shot there. Comes back over to the far boards. And back over to the near side. Ledbetter's in a foot race with 2 Flames players. Puck comes back to Nafziger. He's going to skate it up to the top of the circle and sends a shot. Goal, Dragons! Nafziger goal from the face-off dot. And Dragons up by 3. .421 remaining in the first period. Courts at center. Viviano and Hill on the wing. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. Courts for the face-off. Sends it across the neutral zone. Duncan Hill's trying to chase it down. Looks like he had his stick stuck in a Flame's armpit there. And Duncan frees it back up. Flames are going to send it all the way down. Looks like it should be an icing call. Nafziger's racing down for it. Icing was waved off. And Nefziger up to McCoy. McCoy's going to skate it up. Out of the Dragon zone. Oh, couldn't get it around that Flame player there. Offside Dragons. Face off in the neutral zone. 3:49 remaining in the first period. Courts for the face-off over to Hill. Trying to chase it down on the near side. Back to Nefziger. That was a questionable offside call there, but that's okay. Must have been just an inch too short. Face off at center ice. Blevins at center. Ledbetter on right wing. Richardson on left wing. Blevins for the face off. Puck comes back to Richardson. He'll paddle it over to the far boards and he'll come in after it. Chases it down all the way to the far corner. Paddled it into Blevins. Blevins, ooh, had a shot. Save Flames. Puck comes back to the blue line. Burks turns it around, sends it back up the slot, looking for Blevins, and he almost had the tip in there. And Blevins chases it back down in the far corner. Back to Nefziger, sends a shot over the top of the net, and back to Blevins on the back wall. Flames come out with it, send it up the far side boards. Back to Burks at the blue line, and he'll send another one in. Back to Richardson, sends a backhander, save Flames, and Flames send it off the near side, back to Nefziger at the blue line, and he'll send it back in deep to the back wall. Ledbetter's in hot pursuit. And puck comes back up the near side. Nefziger holds it in, and he'll come up with it. Ooh, centering feed, loose puck. Ledbetter is, oh, he was right there. He just couldn't get it past those Flame skates. And Richardson drives it back up into the near corner. And Ledbetter goes back for him. Puck comes up the far side to Burks at the blue line again. Oh, dang it. And Flame fell on top of the puck for a second. Burks still got the shot. And Flames clear the zone all the way down. Should be an icing call. And it is. 2:08 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3 and a face-off in the Flame zone. Coming your way after these messages. I don't have any messages yet. Torts at center. Duncan Hill on the right wing. Bibiano on the left wing. McCoy and Sterling Burks on defense. McCoy send one past the net there over to the far corner, and Bibiano peels it off the far boards. Dragons held it in for a second there. Flames came out with it across the neutral zone, and Burks will win the race to the puck. Turns it around. Ooh, lost it there for a second. Oh, puck still continues to advance towards the Dragons net, and Bibiano peels it off the far boards. Flames try to center one up, and puck comes back to the near side. Courts scoops it off the back wall, skates around the back of the Dragons net and up the far side. Dangles around a Flame, pushes it out of the zone. Bibiano had the puck there. Courts kept on skating in, so offside Dragons. 1:16 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3. Blevins at center, Easton Cook on the right wing, Richardson on the left, Nefziger and McCoy on defense. Blevins for the face-off, and ooh, chases it down inside the Flame zone. Easton Cook sends a shot, save Flames, loose puck, and Flames come out with it up the far side. McCoy will stop that on the far boards and feeds it back up, looking for Richardson. Back to McCoy again. Backhand pass to Blevins, and he'll try to get a shot up the slot. Goal! Easton Cook with a laser shot from the top of the slot there. And Dragons up by 4. Easton Cook goal. 54.1 remaining in the first period. Blevins for the face-off. Back to Nafziger. He'll send it off the near side, looking for Easton Cook. And puck comes back up to Nafziger again. Held it out of the zone momentarily, and McCoy will come up with it. Right back out, looking for Richardson on the far side. And sends a shot from the blue line. Loose puck. Ooh, goalie didn't see where the puck went there. And Flames send it off the far boards again. Nafziger holds it in. And back to Blevins at the top of the far face-off circle. Sends a shot up the slot. Goal, Dragons! Blevins with a rocket up the slot. 18 seconds remaining. Dragons up by 5. Blevins at center, Easton Cook and Richardson on the wings. Nafziger and McCoy on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Confidently skates it right in past all of the Flames traffic. Sends a shot on net, and Flames will ice the puck. 4.4 remaining in the first. Dragons up by 5. Face-off back in the Flame zone. Blevins at center, same lineup actually. Blevins for the faceoff. And it comes back to Easton Cook, sends another rocket, and save Flames. That's going to do it for the first period of play, folks. Score is 6-1. Dragons on top after 1 period. I mean, if you're gonna, get up early and drive to Decatur on a Sunday morning, it's probably a good thing to try and win that game, whether it counts or not, right? Let's go, Dragons. All right, period 2 starts now. This looks like we're gonna have Courts at center. Duncan Hill and Noah Viviano on the wings. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Addie Johnson in net. Switching sides and going the other way for period 2. This is Pekin Dragons 10U AA hockey. And period 2 starts now. Courts for the face-off. Paddles it across the neutral zone there. Flames try to send it back over to the near side, and they do. Send it off the near side boards. Nafziger will pick that up at the top of the face-off circle in the Dragon zone. Skates it behind the back of the Dragons net. Stops there. He's got a guy all over him. And Flames send it across the back wall over to the near side. Sterling Burks picks it off the boards. Sends it through the feet of a Flames player. Tries to get it up out of the zone there. Nafziger stopped that shot. And he's all creating all kinds of defensive pressure there. Sends the puck back out. And Courts is coming in from behind in hot pursuit. Oh, and the Flames send it back out to the center ice region, and they're coming back in. Offside, Flames. 11:14 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 5. Face-off in the neutral zone. Blevins at center, Ledbetter on left wing, Easton Cook on right wing, Sterling Burks and Jackson McCoy in defense. Blevins for the face-off. Ooh, chased after it there. The Flames got there first. Send one on net. Save Johnson. 11:05 remaining in the second. Face-off in the Dragon zone. Blevins for the face-off. Puck's loose in the slot there, and Blevins will pick it back up. Zigs and zags through some Flames traffic. Oh, lost it on the near side. Send it back to McCoy. McCoy's going to pass it up to Easton Cook on the far side, and he'll send it in up the slot. Puck comes back to the far boards. Ooh, Burks almost tried to hold it in. McCoy's in a foot race for it, and he'll hold it into the neutral zone. Puck comes down to Burks, waiting on the far side, deep in the Dragon zone, and he's going to skate it around the back of Addie's net over to the near side and up the near side boards, looking for Ledbetter. Flames send it back in deep, and McCoy picks it back up on the near side, sends it back to the neutral zone, and the Flames are chasing it down. Cook's in a foot race, icing waved off, and yeah, back to Blevins at the face-off circle. Ooh, skated himself into a shooting position, got the shot off, saved Flames. Gonna have the face-off in the Flames zone. 10:03 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 5. Courts at center, Viviano and Hill on the wing. Courts for the face-off over Viviano, and Flames send it back to the near corner. Courts peels it out. Oh! And Viviano needs a little longer stick. Back to Nafziger at the blue line. Walks it up, shoots. Blue, nope, puck wasn't loose. I thought it was loose. Good shot. 9:46 remaining in the second. We'll start that over. Courts at center, Hill and Viviano on the wings, McCoy and Nafziger on defense. Courts for the face-off. Ooh, puck got loose past Duncan, and McCoy racing forward on the near side. Nafziger's picking it up back in the Dragon zone with some speed around the back of the Dragon's net and forces it up the far boards all the way out to the neutral zone, and he's off to the races. Enters into the goal, Dragons! Nafziger all the way to the net. 9:23 remaining in regulation. Score is 7-1. Dragons up by 6. Dragons are playing confidently for a Sunday morning in Decatur. Blevins for the face-off. Puck comes back to Burks. Burks tries to cross-ice pass it to Nafziger, and Flames came right through that pass, took it all the way to the net, saved Johnson. 9:16 remaining in the second period. Burks and Nafziger on defense. Richardson, Ledbetter on the wing. Blevins for the face-off. And he'll come out of the face-off circle with it. Up the far side, sends it to himself off the boards, and he's racing it up the far side, sends it all the way in, down to the near corner, and Flames get there first. Paddle it back to Blevins on the near side, advance through the face-off circle, looking for a feed. Oh, Richardson had a shot, got deflected wide, and back to Blevins on the near side again. Oh, left the puck behind there, whoopsie. And puck comes back to Nafziger in the neutral zone, stops, buys himself some time. Dragons are onside, and Blevins advances into the, trying to feed it up to the key in there, looked like. And back to the neutral zone we come. Burks. And here come the Flames. Nafziger snuck in and stole the puck, skates it around the back of the Dragons net, and he's gonna send it up the far boards, looking for Richardson. Nafziger's coming in behind him, and here he comes. Right back into the Flame zone, sends a shot over the top of the net and over to the near side. Ledbetter race back for it. Burke sends a shot right through the slot there, and here comes Blevins. Blevins battles it back to the near corner, deep in the Flame zone, and they'll try to chase it down. Puck comes back to Nafziger. Ooh, couldn't quite hold it in. Puck came flying out with some speed there. Looks like we had a couple players down and a whistle on the play. Richardson looks like might be going off for a penalty there. Yep, Dragons will be down a man. 7:51 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 6. We'll be short Mr. Houston Richardson for 1:30. Gonna have a face-off down in the Dragon zone. Courts at center. Burks and McCoy on defense. Duncan Hill on the wing from the face-off. Jackson McCoy commandeered the puck, sent it up the far side boards, and Courts helps it out all the way down. Looks like it'll be, nope, not an icing call. And Hill's coming in from behind. Back to Flames, send it back out. And McCoy's in a foot race. Icing has been called. Face-off down in the Flame zone. 7:22 remaining in the second period. Courts at center. Duncan Hill on the wing. McCoy and Nafziger on defense. Courts for the face-off. And McCoy held it in, got it back to Courts there, it looked like, and McCoy's all over him at that blue line. Sends a shot up the slot. Goal, Dragons! McCoy from the blue line, baby. 7:09 remaining in the second period. Shorthanded goal, Jackson McCoy. 48 seconds remaining on the Dragons penalty. McCoy and Nafziger remain on defense. Blevins at center, Easton Cook on the wing. Blevins for the face-off. Puck comes back to Nafziger in the Dragon zone. Tries to control the puck down a little bit there, and he'll let a guy go past him. He's going to advance it back out of the Dragon zone. Left the puck behind, got it over to Cookie. Cookie races it into the Flame zone, and puck got lost at his feet there. Blevins held it in. Ooh, nope. Offside, Dragons. Dang it, barely offside. 22 seconds remaining in the Richardson penalty. 6:43 remaining in the second period. Face off in the neutral zone. Blevins for the face-off. Back to Braxton Courts, up to Easton Cook. And he'll advance into the Flames zone there. Flames carry it back out. Courts is in a foot race over to the far side, and he'll try to turn it around. Blevins comes in behind. Gives it a hand back into the Flame zone, up the far side. Looking for a centering pass. Oh, to Cookie there, and it got over his stick. And Cook sends one back off some Flames traffic in front of the net. They'll chase it down, send it off the back wall over the far boards. Dragons are back to full strength. Oh, Richardson shot it off of a Flame player there, and Flames will make the save. 6:05 remaining in the second. Viviano at center, McCoy, and Hill on the wing. Courts, Courts and Burks on defense. And Burks battles it through all of the Flames traffic at center ice there, and still trying to, dang. All right, here comes Viviano into the Flame zone. Got one guy to beat, and puck comes loose to Courts. Back to Burks on the near side, sends a shot. Yeah, Flame player kicked it with his skate there. Duncan Hill from the far or near corner sends it across to the far corner, and Viviano will try to race it down on the far side. Courts peeled it off the wall. Burks comes in from behind. And okay, back to Courts at the blue line, and he'll swat it back up to some Flames. They're going to send it over to the near side. Duncan Hill's trying to race it down. Send it back to the back wall. McCoy wraps it around the net. Viviano shot from the face-off circle. Got through some, went off the feet of some Flames players there. Might not have even been a shot. Got a guy on his own out here, and here comes Courts. Intercepts the puck. swats it over to the near corner, and he'll go back for it, send it up the near side boards, looking for McCoy. And Flames held it in, swatted it up into the area between the face-off circles there. And here comes Jackson McCoy back across the neutral zone through some Flames traffic, got around him, and goal, Dragon! Jackson McCoy, 4:25 remaining in the second period. Jackson McCoy goal, unassisted. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Blevins at center. Easton Cook and Kean Ledbetter on the wings. Burks, tries to hold it in the neutral zone. Puck got out ahead of everybody there. Blevins will race back for it in the far corner, sends it up the far boards, looking for Easton Cook, and he'll tip it out to the neutral zone. Puck comes back in offside. 4:06 remaining in the second period. Face-off in the neutral zone over in front of the Flames bench at the Decatur Civic Center. Oh, I guess it'll be at center ice at the Decatur Civic Center in Decatur, Illinois. Blevins for the face-off. And Flames try to bring it into the Dragon zone, but Burke says, no, you don't. Sends it up the far or near side boards there, all the way back to the back wall, deep in the Flame zone, and Blevins is racing in after it. Centers one up there, looking for Easton Cook. Back to Nafziger, and he'll feed it back up the slot. Loose puck again. Here comes Nafziger at the blue line, sends a shot off of a Flame player. Puck's loose in the middle, and Ledbetter will try to chase it down on the back wall. Got a delayed penalty there on Ledbetter, it looks like. 3:33 remaining in the second period. Ledbetter will go off for a minute 30. 3:33 remaining in second period. Face off down in the Dragon zone. Blevins at center. Easton Cook on the wing. Nope. I don't know what we're doing here. We're changing all kinds of people. Richardson at center. Nafziger on defense. And Richardson for the face-off. Flames send one up the slot. Nafziger will stop that shot, and Burks will peel it over to the near side. Oh no! And back to Nafziger. Back to Burks. Skates it around the back of the Dragons net. Oh, stops. Turns it around. Sends it up to a Flame player in the slot there. And they'll send it back in deep. Back to Nafziger behind the Dragons net. Sends it off the near side boards. Oh, he went down on his belly there. And Richardson scoops it out to the neutral zone. Back to McCoy. Here comes Richardson. Sends it up on net. And save Flames. Face off in the Flame zone. 2:46 remaining in the second. 43 seconds remaining in the Dragons penalty kill. Viviano at center. Blevins and Nafziger on defense. No, Duncan Hill at center. Viviano on the wing. Blevins and Nafziger on defense. And Hill for the face-off. Over to Nafziger at the blue line, and he'll send it back in deep. Duncan Hill raced after the Flames, tried to send it back out. Nafziger tried to hold it in there, and he's going to chase down the guy with the puck. Puck's loose at the top of the Dragon zone there. And here comes Hill. Oh, yeah. Scrapes it out to the neutral zone. He's off to the races by himself up front. Duncan Hill shoots from the face-off circle. Loose puck. Oh, Viviano came in hard for that rebound there and save Flames. 2:12 remaining in the second. 8 seconds remaining on the Ledbetter penalty there. Hill at center, Viviano on the wing. Hill for the face-off and sends a shot. Oh, got deflected into a Flame there. And puck's loose behind the back of the Flames net. Viviano chases it down. Back to Blevins. Sends a shot up the slot. Goal, Dragons! That might be a hat trick for him, I think. I know he's at least got 2. Not really sure. I should keep track of this stuff, folks. Courts at center. McCoy and Easton Cook on the wings. Blevins and Burks on defense. Courts for the face-off. Over to Easton Cook. And Courts will come back out with it. Right through some traffic there. Flames knock it back out. Over to McCoy on the near side. Oh! Couldn't quite get it dumped in there. Here come the Flames back in. Up the near side into the Dragon zone. And Courts picked his pocket. He'll chase it down on the back wall. Turns it around. Sent a guy sailing. Broke some ankles there, looked like. And, oh! Lost the puck in the slot. And here he comes. Over to McCoy. Whoa! McCoy and Courts tripped over each other there, and the puck's loose. Flames send it back in. Blevins sends it back out. Looking for McCoy on the near side in the neutral zone, and he'll peel it into the Flame zone. Flames get there first. Here comes. Flames advance back out. Blevins back to defend, and he'll swat the puck over to the far boards. Chases the puck down, picks it off, and back to. Oh no! Puck will spill over to the near boards there, and here comes Blevins. Looking for a stretch pass to Cook. And over to Courts. Back to Cook. Lost it. Blevins picks it up at the blue line. Ooh. Shot. Another shot from McCoy there. Puck's loose behind the net. And the referee blew the whistle there. I'm not sure why. 25.2 remaining in the second period. Score is 10-1. Dragons on top. Courts at center, Easton Cook and Jackson McCoy on defense. Blevins and Burks on defense. And back to Burks at the blue line. Sends a shot from the blue line, sneaks through all the traffic. Puck's loose, Braxton Courts finds the puck on the back wall, sends it back to Burks at the blue line. Oh! And puck spills out to the neutral zone. Burks will chase it down. Uh-oh. That's it for the second period of play. Dragons leading by 9 goals after 2 periods, folks. All right. I just took my last drink of coffee, ladies and gentlemen. For this game, anyway. All right. Final period of regulation starts now. We're going to have Richardson at center. Ledbetter and Viviano on the wings. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Richardson for the face-off. Over to Ledbetter and back to Burks on the near side. And Flames advance into the Dragon zone. Burks wins the race, sends it over off to Viviano on the far side there, and he'll send it through the feet of a Flames player and advances across the center line. Passes into the center to Richardson. Sends a shot. Save Flames. Face-off in the Decatur zone. 11:32 remaining in regulation. A pretty packed crowd over here for the Decatur side of things. Courts at center. Hill and McCoy on the wings. Easton Cook and Grayson Blevins on defense. And from the face-off, Blevins sends a shot up the slot. Oh, it wasn't a shot. It was probably a pass there, looking for Courts. And here comes McCoy, centering feed. Ooh, just got past Duncan there. And back to Blevins at center ice. Sends it back into the Flames zone. Here comes McCoy after it, and then Flames send it back out to the neutral zone up the far side. And down into the Dragon zone they come. Got a delayed penalty on the Dragons there. Looks like Courts tackled the guy. He didn't tackle a guy, he just ran into him, but got a guy down on the boards here in front of the Dragons bench. Players will take a knee. He's on his feet, folks. He'll skate to the bench under his own power there and go get checked out. Face-off down in the Dragon zone. And Dragons will be down a man for 1:30. Clock has been rolling up to that last stoppage in play there. So the clock will be rolling again here once we resume. Jackson McCoy for the face-off over to Easton Cook. And Easton Cook's going to sneak it through some Flames traffic down into the Flames zone. He's still chasing after it there. And McCoy comes in after it behind him. Easton Cook, oh, he turned it around and nobody can find the puck. Flames swat it back out to the neutral zone. Blevins feeds it over to McCoy. Waiting at the top of the Flame zone there, and he lost his stick between the legs of a Flame player there, and Easton Cook tries to feed it up to Duncan Hill. Coyle chase it down in the near corner and turns it around. Tries to bring it back over to the near side there, and Duncan will chase it down in the far corner. Nope. And back to the Flames. Flames send it back out to Blevins in the neutral zone. And he sent it off the legs of a Flame player, and now he's trying to chase him down from behind, which he did successfully do. Paddled it off the boards there, and Dragons will come out with it. Back out to the neutral zone. Go, Dunk! Go get it! Go get it! Duncan Hill chases through some traffic and gets a shot on goal. Save Flames. Good try. Dragons are back to full strength here at the start of this play as the clock rolls down to 8.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Dragons up by 9. Viviano at center. Ledbetter and Richardson on the wings. Nafziger and Burks on defense. Viviano for the face-off. Over to Richardson. Sends a shot on goal. Save Flames. Nice play. Clock rolls down to 8 minutes remaining in regulation. 8:10. Richardson for the face-off. Viviano scooped one past the net there, and the Flames will chase it down. Ledbetter battles it off the back wall there, and we got another penalty on the Dragons here. It's like Ledbetter's going back off, I guess. I don't know. Yep, face off down in the Dragon zone. All right, down a man for 1:30. 7:32 remaining in regulation, and Richardson at center. Viviano and Blevins on defense. No, on the wings. Maybe Blevins is on defense. I don't really know. Easton Cook picks it up off the back wall. Sends it up the far side, and here comes Richardson. Kicks it out to himself there, but the Flames grabbed it, and he'll knock it back out to the center line. Picks it up, skates it up the far side, all the way down. Advances towards the net, sends a shot. Loose puck, save, Flames. Clock's supposed to be rolling, I thought, but they stopped it. 7:04 remaining in regulation. 1:01 remaining in the Ledbetter penalty. Duncan Hill at center, Courts on the wing. Easton Cook, Grayson Blevins on defense. And from the face-off, here come the Flames right across center ice. Duncan Hill's in hot pursuit from behind there, and he'll send it off the near side. Courts comes in with it, and right up the slot. Sends a shot. Oh, save, Flames, and Courts will pick it back up off the back wall. Sends it off the near side. Easton Cook. Oh, hit it the wrong way there. Here comes the Flames back into the Dragon zone. And send a shot wide. Here comes Blevins, picks it up, skates it up the far side boards, back out to the neutral zone we go. Pass it over to Courts, and Courts will advance into the, I want to say Rangers zone, but it's the Flames. Loose puck, and the Flames will make the save. Face off in the Flames zone. Clock is stopped at 6:12. Viviano at center, Richardson on the wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense. What do we... Oh, we got a linesman talking to the Decatur bench over here, it looks like. Probably sharing cookie recipes or something. Viviano for the face-off. And Richardson had a shot there. I think it went over the net. And Viviano's trying to chase it down on the near side. Nafziger tries to hold it in. And Viviano advances back into the Flame zone. Centering pass to McCoy in the slot. Ooh, gets a shot. Oh, got deflected over the top of the net into the back wall. Flames come out with it up the far side. And McCoy battles it back over to the far boards. Viviano coming back to help. And McCoy tries to free it up off the near side or far side boards there. Back to Burks. Burks frees it up over to McCoy. McCoy advances up the slot, sends a shot. Save, Flames. Loose puck. Back to McCoy again. Looking for a wraparound attempt. Save, Flames. And McCoy again, just like, skating through everybody. Oh, Viviano had a wide open shot right over the top of the net and back to the blue line. Burks couldn't quite hold it in. One-on-one. Here comes Nafziger back to defend, and he'll swat it over to the near side. Still in a foot race for it, and Flames shot goes wide to the back wall. And Viviano comes out with it behind the Dragons net and over to the near side there, and he got picked. Flames send one through the crease there, and they'll send a shot from back towards their blue line. Burks picks it up, sends it off far boards and down. McCoy's in a foot race for it. Icing will be waved off, and McCoy gets there first. Advances towards the net. Goal, Dragons! McCoy with another one for the day. Dragons up by 10. 4:12, clock rolls down to 4:05-ish remaining in regulation right now. And we'll have a face-off at center ice. Courts at center. Oh, looks like Ledbetter went down there. Ledbetter and Hill on the wings. Cookie sends a shot. Got deflected to the back wall there maybe, and puck comes over to the near side. Looking for Hill or Courts. Puck is back to Blevins. He'll send it in deep back to the back wall, and Courts will race it down over in the far corner. in the Flames zone. Tries a free one up in the slot, and puck goes back to the far boards. Courts keeps it in, back to Duncan Hill, and he'll send it over to the far side. Tries to chase it down in the far corner. Back to Courts. Tries to send another shot. Ooh, Ledbetter. Oh, we got the goalie all the way out of the crease there, and Kean was trying his hardest to get that puck there, but he just couldn't do it. Clock rolls down past 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Dragons up by 10. Courts at center. Duncan Hill and Kean Ledbetter on the wings. Blevins and Burks on defense. No, Easton Cook on defense. Sorry. Easton Cook scoops one up high over to the far corner. Puck comes back up the far side, and Blevins is in a foot race for it. He'll get there first. Sends it off the near side boards, and Duncan Hill will race after it. Up the near side, back to Courts. Courts frees it up, carries it in, nobody to beat. Oh, except the goaltender who came way out up the slot and made that save. Good job, goalie. Back to Ledbetter. Sends a bouncer. Courts, ooh, tried to backhand one in, and the netminder got a glove on it. And we'll have, well, the clock's rolling down past 1:50 remaining in regulation. Richardson at center. Nafziger and Burks on defense. McCoy and Viviano on the wing. Richardson for the face-off. Back to Burks. Burks sends a shot. And Nafziger will race back. Enters in up the near side. Sends a shot from the side board there. Puck went behind the net and over to the far boards. And Nafziger picks it up at center ice. Sends it in offside. Clock's rolling down to 1:15-ish remaining in regulation. And Dragons up by 10. Viviano for the face-off. Back to Sterling Burks. He'll send it up to Viviano again, and left the puck behind. And he'll chase it down in the Dragon zone as the clock rolls down to 50 seconds. Jackson McCoy tries to battle it through some Flames traffic, and Viviano comes in from behind. And McCoy carries it in, right up the slot, shot over the top of the net and over to the back wall and over to the far boards, and Burks sends one in. Bombs it up the slot, backhand goal, Jackson McCoy. Clock's rolling down to 25 seconds remaining in regulation. That's got to be a hat trick for McCoy today. I think a few of our kids might have had some. So that's all nice and stuff. Looks like we got 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Viviano for the face-off, and Richardson drives it through some traffic. Flames try to advance it in. Dragons say no, and that's going to do it for regulation, folks. Thanks for watching our exhibition scrimmage today against the Decatur Flames. It's been 33's Daddy. I'm excited to go back home and take a nap. Thanks for watching, folks. Dragons and Flames line up at center ice for the celebratory fist bump. And a game well played. Thanks a lot for having us, Decatur. Thanks a lot for watching, folks at home. This is 33's Daddy. I'll be signing off until next week. I don't know. Nobody knows. Let's go, Dragons!